knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico,
Expose these clowns!
Attention! Boom, watch out! It's time for the Freddy Chico show to begin. Open up your ears and listen. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them most of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them most of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I speak for the truth of my people, I will never quit. No fear in my heart, they keep talking while I'm living this. Kneel for the spirit of the fallen, calling Japanese. Them soldiers always raising up our Fifth Street analysts. They lost in the zone of a fatal state. True facts in the story only carry weight. Keep the grind on your mind each and every day. But don't copy off of mine, eat what's on your plate. Respect the Huey P. and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X and the King, cause the dream is real. What I said, and I mean it all. If you're looking for the real Freddy Chico show, I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I will give them the best of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I will give them the best of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show.
Welcome to the Freddy Chico Show, where the truth is revealed and never concealed. What is going on? We got a hot topic for y'all tonight. This one was submitted a couple weeks ago. We got it set up. Hopefully we have the people who requested it come through and have an awesome show. We're just going to start this timer. You know what time it is. Time to rep your city. Let me know where you're checking in from. 3 minutes on the clock. There she is, Amanda. Nashville is in the building. Nashville's in the building. Appreciate you. Welcome. When you get a minute, go to thefreddychicoshow.com, register as a member, so that you can submit topics as well. No topics off limits. As long as we keep it clean, we are going. I will talk about it. We will address it. Got a hot one for you tonight. Hopefully, we can work on some collabs in the future. Definitely look forward to supporting you. Please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Hit that notification bell. Again, doesn't cost you a thing, but allows you to know when we are live. And it supports the channel. Just like I'm sure you know on your channel, it supports yours, which I have no problem subscribing. And invite somebody. Invite your peoples, your co-hosts, and anybody who you may feel will give an impact or be impacted by the topic we're going to be talking about tonight. Awesome. Appreciate it. I got 1 minute left. Let's see what's going on with my Instagram peoples. Where are they at? Bear with me getting the notifications out there for the people that wanted to do this topic. Alright, looks like the timer is up. We're going to get into this topic. The topic tonight is the plight of the black woman and the fatherless child. The plight of the black woman and the fatherless child. While we're waiting for the people who wanted to talk about this, that's one of the things I do warn or ask that you do if you want to submit these topics. Please be present to discuss it. Sometimes people want to talk about things and they don't really want to talk about it, or just come up with some ideas, and their space goes when it comes to time to discuss, which does not help the conversation, because did you really want to talk about it, or are you just talking out the side of your neck like a lot of people do? But we're going to talk about the plight, and it is in quotation marks for a reason, of the black woman. One of the points that was brought up was that there's a speech that Malcolm X did in the 50s that stated that the black woman is the most unprotected, disrespected person on the planet. What is your take on that? I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna tell you what I feel on that, or what I believe about that. But what is your guys' take on the black woman being the most unprotected and disrespected person on the planet? Oh, they shot you. Hey, Walter. You said they shot you some questions. I see we got 2 people in Facebook. They shot you the questions. They didn't want to come in. Okay, you said you went hard on the invites. You're hoping some of them will chime in. I hope so too. Because like I said, I am open and they are welcome to talk on what they've experienced or whatnot, and we can talk about it. You know, I'm not running away from this conversation. There she go. Amshay in the building on Instagram. I'm like, what's going on? We got a topic for you tonight. The plight of the black woman and the fatherless child. The first question I have for you guys, Walter, you weren't in when I asked the question, is the statement that Malcolm X said in the 50s about the black woman being the most disrespected and unprotected person on the planet. What do y'all think about that? Appreciate you in the room. Appreciate you in the room, Amshay. He said some people are just scary or too comfortable in what they want to believe. Okay, can you elaborate on that? You said they're too comfortable or scary in what they want to believe? You send out, oh, I appreciate you sending out invites. Definitely. You know, like I said, I'm open to the dialogue, you know. So some were asking, is this a safe place? It's a safe place, but we will be challenged, we will be stretched, you know, to grow. You have to do that. I figured you would say that, but yeah, let's talk about that. You said you agree with him. You feel men have gotten so comfortable with disrespect. Can you elaborate on that? I think Malcolm X wasn't referring to black men like people of today think. Got you. So you're saying that people of today are thinking Malcolm X was saying that the black man is the one that's disrespecting the black woman and not protecting the black woman? Said black women aren't able to feel. Like I know from experience, white females are treated more delicately than me. Okay, that's a point. That's a good point. There is the thought that black men will treat white women better than black women. I don't have any first-hand experience of that, but I have definitely heard that sentiment. And I've also had a sentiment is like, why is it black men get with white women? They're the most grotesque women ever, for the most part. Now I've seen some that get cute ones. My battle buddy got a cute one. You know, shout out to North Carolina in the building, but for most part it'd be some wookalot, you know. Yeah, my other battle buddy used to grab some of the most grotesque looking white women ever, but yeah, that's my personal opinion on that. Is like why they always get but the other way around. You see a white guy with a black woman and she's not, for the most part, you know. I see every now and then there's a wookalok with a white dude, and I'm like, thank you. No. He said black women offer an unearthing amount of support that makes them upset. A stronger black woman is treated like a male and often loses her feminine side. If she keeps her feminine side, she's treated like a sex object instead of an intelligent mind. Let's back up. Let's back up. You said black women offer an unearthing amount of support that makes them upset. Can you explain that sentence? I'm not understanding that one. Mind Games Uncut, what's going on? Appreciate you in the building. You said you think the Malcolm X quote is outdated. Malcolm X was aware of bad stuff that certain guys did, but I don't think he was gunning at black men. Got you, because he was under Elijah Muhammad, who was doing some crazy things. Yes, please hit that like button, share, invite. Invite your peoples. Mind Games Uncut. He said black women are the original, hands down. Got you. I think Malcolm X was saying the system and certain men like the guy he was under who was doing bad stuff. He said black women is unprotected and not the black man is doing the black woman dirty in general. Appreciate that, Mind Games. Appreciate the share. You said in a way though I can't. Wait a minute, no. Yeah, in a way though I can't be mad with the black man choosing the white woman. Okay, answer. Explain that one too. But you said up here something about unearthing amounts of support that makes them upset. Makes who upset? And don't you think that's a little generalizing that these black women are just doing everything right and they're being unprotected and disrespected? I'm just saying, let's keep it real. Because Blue Jasmine ain't supporting nobody. There's no earth amount of support for that. You know what I mean? You said, white women are always aware of outer situations, meaning they keep up their outer appearance and look the part. We haven't learned that we dress how we feel and not for success. That's why we settle. Okay, so you're saying when that's why you're saying that you don't blame them for because black women gotta wear the hairnets and the bonnets out in public. Did she disappear on me? I know she got kids, so she might have to bounce for that. How do we go about healing with the division that comes from entities? Yeah, that's a bad thing. Unearthing amounts where some black men don't want support, they want control. And those are clowns. I want to address that. I don't know if we're ready for that, but I want to address that. I agree. You know, there are certain corny black men that don't want support because that's exactly what they want. Control. So as black women who are intelligent and not lazy, they should not give in to that type of mentality. Black women letting themselves go is a crime. They should be arrested. I'm just saying. Black men that let themselves go should be arrested. It's a crime as well. So I'm not just picking on women that need to have a certain image. Men need to too. Stop looking like you're 7 months pregnant, you know, and you're a dude. Okay, I'll be waiting here. You said you're going to retrieve some of the questions that have been sent to you. That's the only door opening factor that they have over us. Hold on. I can say that from experience. I can go through something and instead of looking like what they want to achieve, they look how they feel. One of the questions, how could any man know that racism feels like for a woman? How could it be so clear that black men are more burdened than when in some ways black women are worse off? Amanda, what's going on? She's in the Facebook now. Okay, she went from YouTube to Facebook. Appreciate you. And you're answering a question. You said black men and women need healing. I agree. Definitely. You said they're in general. I love black women also. Let's not take away from accountability with that statement. You said healing comes from acceptance. In my opinion, we don't accept what we're dealing with to even identify what we need to heal from at times. That's a good point. You know, because there's so many people, there's so many women that are looking for attention that they detract from the ones that really actually need healing. So when you're trying to address somebody and they really don't know how to communicate what needs to be healed, nothing gets accomplished. He said, I can say it in dating the wrong man. I knew better. I failed to protect my... Absolutely. Absolutely. And I appreciate that. That's the part that Walter's talking about as far as accountability. We always love to just dump 100% of the responsibility on the guy for a relationship going wrong. Like the woman had no part of, no contributed no part to it. So you got to protect yourself. You can't trust accountability of your life with others. It's your life. The only person that should protect you is your spouse that you have married. Okay. Right. So I mean, in that case, when we're talking about the woman being the most unprotected, it's like, actually, black women get a lot more benefits than a black man. You know, do they not still receive racism? Absolutely. Do they not still have the sexism? Absolutely. But just as I cannot tell you how it feels to be a black woman today, no black woman could tell me what it's like to be a black man today. You know, because just look at it in the case of, and there's more black women than there are black men, but more black men are getting murdered in the street than black women. Sandra Bland did get murdered. Not gonna knock that. But Breonna Taylor did get murdered. But the majority of the people getting murdered are men, black men. You know, so there's no contest when it comes to that. Not that we want to win that prize, but one said black men to black women are like racist to black women, or to black people. They're looking for sympathy on that. That statement right there saying black men to black women are like racist to black people. I think that goes both ways, you know, because at the same token, Tyler Perry has created a lot of racists to black men because they want to put all black men as terrible because he don't know how to be a man. All he knows how to do is put on dresses and try to talk in a feminine voice. He said, I have to say women now want to have their cake and eat it too, and that's the problem. Okay, you know, I'm going to pick on you on that one, but expound on that. I'm not a big fan of that statement or that phrase, have your cake and eat it too. You know, I haven't had cake in a minute. I love cake. Why would I want to have cake and not eat it? That's the whole purpose of having cake, is to eat it, not just look at it. So, never understood that phrase where like, he wants his cake and eat it too. The heck you supposed to be doing with it? Put it up on the shelf? Says, like I said, women get mad about men cheating instead of banding together to make sure we hold them accountable. I feel that a man's nature is to take what is given. I disagree. That's training. You know, just like they think a man is not capable or is in his nature to cheat. No, that's in training. You know, you make those decisions. It's not something you can't help. Aside from the systematic thing, some black men and women need healing from each other, so the plight seems to be apples and oranges. But I mean, just like how we were talking last night on the Mind Games Uncut, is that we have been basically put in a petri dish and made to fight each other, so we can never join together and be a powerful unit, you know, and we play right along with it. You know, the black woman is not my enemy. The black man is not your enemy. But if you look at TV, that's what they're saying over and over again. You know, the black family was different in the days of Malcolm X. In some ways, technology and all that, but I don't think much has changed. Um, other than there is more of a social media exposing things, but I don't think it's any different than what they were doing then. I mean, because you had stories where people were doing a lot of the same craziness that they're doing now. They did then. They just didn't have a camera or they didn't have somebody reporting it 24/7. He said, but women aren't helpless. Absolutely. I feel that the statement was for a woman that was born with a person. You can't protect everybody. That's a fact because although you may try to protect some, you may, and she's probably saying some more stuff, you may not be the person that they want to be protected by. Very, very true. Very true. And the killer thing is like that statement, and I guess to piggyback off what you said, that statement that people say, protect all black women. Nah, all of y'all don't need to be protected. Nope, nope, nope. You know, the first ones I say don't need to be protected is all you Tyler Perry fans. Now go find Tyler Perry to protect y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not protecting Tyler Perry fans. You know, because they'll be the same ones that'll call you out your name because they're having a bad day and the dude that they chose is a piece of crap. So now they want to take it out on you. But when they're in trouble and they need some help, oh, protect me, protect me. Nah, I'm a dirtbag, remember? Keep that same energy. I'm just saying. You said a lot of people are protected. They just ignore the source. Look, Blue Jasmine. Call me Ike Turner. I'm just saying. I'm not going to waste my breath, waste my energy protecting some ungrateful, not worth my time. Where you're not gonna even one appreciate it, respect me as a man. Nah, you okay? He said, so how much of the fatherless child plight of the black woman falls on the black man? Everyone has a different story, and some only tell their side of the story. I would say it falls 50-50. The fatherless child was created by a man and a woman. Despite what the LGBT community tries to say, a child was created by a man and a woman. So the fact or the situation where a child does not have a father is on both, not just the guy. It's not 100% on the guy because there are situations that would mainly, I want to say, factor why the men aren't there. Well, put it this way. And I think that's ultimately the core to that question when you say when does protecting someone become a pity party is what obligations, if men are obligated to protect all black women, what are all black women obligated to do for all black men? There has to be equality in that. It shouldn't just be one-sided. A man is obligated to do all these things for a woman, and a woman is obligated to do absolutely nothing for the man. For any man. Not her man, not her boyfriend, not her husband. No, I'm talking about any black man. What is her obligation to him? He said, the fatherless child was created by the government. Take the man out of the home, you take the stability, you lose reasoning, and the household becomes emotional. I can see them using, or that being their desire, but one, I'm not going to feed the stereotype that women are just emotional. I think that's also training. But it doesn't hurt or it doesn't help that there is this thing where you can receive a lot of assistance as long as you don't have a man in the house. But that's still antiquated rules. You know, women should not be able to get over on the government by having kids and just getting the government to pay for them. Yeah, I don't agree with that, Amshay. You talking about women are very emotional? That's training. They were trained to be that way. There's nothing in their DNA that says, they just can't handle this. And don't even bring up PMS, because if men had to deal with that pain, that 7 days or what have you, they'd be just as emotional. Facts. You know what I'm saying? So, women can but should not raise children alone. It must be even. I agree. Wait a minute. Why, he said, some single fathers need to be protected? Why some single fathers? Why not all of them? Estrogen. Estrogen does not make you, it is a hormone, but it does not, because men have estrogen too. But, like I said, it's more on training than anything else. But we have been brainwashed to think that that's the case, and it's actually something to kind of put women in a box that they can't do certain things because they're so emotional. Amanda says we are emotional, but we can handle it. No, you are emotional. You are emotional, but you have a brain to be able to handle. Like you said, you can handle it. It's not unstable. Hey, but that shouldn't be a generalization, because at the same time, a lot of these single mothers are just having babies for the money. They ain't taking care of one child, So, do they need to be protected when they're having babies by different baby daddies or whatever just to get extra money? He said there shouldn't be a reason a man is not there for his child. I can't speak for women that keep their children away. Yeah, so that's one factor right there. One where the mother doesn't tell, like a one night stand, the mother doesn't tell the father that he is a father, and just go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? He said trick question. Yeah, I can't speak on single fathers being a player using the child, to attract women that fall for that simple trick. What dictates a need for protection? Being an honorable person. And to me, a lot of times women get that pass like, you're automatically honorable. No, you gotta show, you gotta prove, you gotta earn that. You don't automatically, they see a woman with 5 kids, they will not have no derogatory words for her. Don't care if it's 5 different baby daddies. They're not going to have any derogatory word for her. They automatically assume she's a good mother. She could be getting ready to choke all them kids out and kill them, but they'll still call her a good mother. But I don't agree with that mindset that women are just emotional. Because, just being transparent, I've told you this before, I'm more emotional than my wife. And I don't have all no estrogen and all that crap to make me that way. They're just how I am configured, if you want to call it that, or that's what I choose to be, what I choose to have importance on or make stands on. He said, there, in what way are you asking her about the emotional? Like, I'm always there for my daughter, but let her mom tell it, it'll be something different. Yep. He should take care of the child the best he can. Yeah, but the system is still leaning heavily. They're starting. I've heard some horror stories that women have said about their children being taken from them and given to the dad. But for the most part, the system is still heavily slanted in the woman's favor when it comes to children, child support. Child support should support the child, not the mother. Mother needs to get up off her behind and be productive and take care of herself and her portion of the child rearing. Just staying in the house is not it. You need to pay some bills. He said, I think that men now are afraid to be vulnerable with women, and it's like a misunderstanding of emotions. Again, I agree with that, but that's because of training. We're taught from young. My dad taught me, you don't show no emotion. You don't do this. You don't cry. You don't show no weakness. You know, and you had to unlearn that. And it took time. You know, because it'll be the same women. They go, oh, talk to me. You know, why aren't you talking to me until you expose yourself? And then when they get pissed off at you, your business is on Front Street. You know, when a man lets you in, take that seriously. Don't play games with it. You know. Like, if you're my guy, but be my guy, be sensitive with me. Don't be feeding me skins and Kool-Aid. Like, see, that's Walter, boy, feeding you skins and Kool-Aid like I'm your homeboy. I think that's a Walter type statement right there. Oh my goodness. So he should take care of it. Okay, now I can understand that if you are doing the best you can. Truly, you're absolutely the best. That's all you can do. If you're doing that gives you a hard time, that's her problem. She's dealing with something on her end as far as why she could be thinking that way. He said, while you're on, what do you think is expected from black men when it comes to the overall plight of the black woman? He said, it's not to say that men aren't emotional. I'm just agreeing that women are as well. It's okay to be that way as long as you can deal with your situation. Absolutely. I mean, men can be just as emotional, if not more, than women. You know, so I don't believe in stereotypes. I don't believe in generalizations. Period. You know, because one woman acts one way, one woman acts another. There's still women that don't act identical. And we got too many people that are too lazy to want to find out what this person's about, that they just say, oh, you men do this, or all you women do this. Now, find out what that person does. They'll tell you. You just got to find out, do the work. So I'm very desensitized, so I'm emotional and private. I focus on protecting myself. I may not like the way you're protected me. There's a certain amount of trust that comes with allowing protection to be accepted. Yeah, I mean, don't worry, because I ain't going to be protecting you. I don't just offer protection to any woman. Yeah, all of y'all don't need to be protected. I'm just saying. Especially ones that be calling me Ike Turner. He said, not always true on the system. Lots of men can't even be found, and the system says simply they don't know where he is. Shout out to any parent that does what they have to do, mothers or fathers. Got you. Now, when I said the system is against them, I'm not talking about, the inaccuracy of finding disappearing dads. I'm talking about a husband and a wife, or a father and a mother going to the court, and the father is the better parent financially, what have you, but they'll still give the child to the mother to have the guy pay for the mother's well-being. That's dysfunctional. How is a person who can't afford to take care of themselves deemed, unless the dad is like psycho or something, and they know it, they have proof, which they don't most of the time. Literally, I've seen cases where they know the mother is a crackhead and they still give the child to the mother. Got videotape of the mother smoking crack in front of the child, and they still give the child to the mother. Facts. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about the system is um, slanted towards women. But because it's also they're still going off the old antiquated. Women didn't have a way to make a living, so they wanted to make sure the man took care of the woman if they're not going to be with that woman. You better protect me, Mrs. Chico. I'm just saying, not all y'all need protecting. You know, Blue Jasmine definitely don't need to be protected. The system is very flawed. And the last little part you said in there, the man that told my Mother's Day, or mothers and fathers, you know, look at this situation with Mother's Day and Father's Day. Not even close. Mother's Day, you know what I'm saying? Y'all going to Hawaii, you're going to Fiji, y'all going to Aruba, you know, you're going to Cheesecake Factory. You know, dads, fathers, get some socks, a tie, you know, some arts and crafts. You just made up last night, Father's Day card. You know what I'm saying? So, Chico, how would you tell young men to handle this topic in their lives as they become men? How would you have young men and women change the narrative for the future? Be an honorable person. Be a respectable person. Don't be a Derek Jackson. Don't be a Tyler Perry. You know, where you kiss the women's behinds. But be respectful. You know, be accountable. You know, no woman's tricked you into having a baby with that woman. You laid down, you chose, you planned on having a child. Regardless of how many times you got away with it and it didn't work. You said Amanda had great answers, level-headed. Definitely appreciate her. She is also, Amanda, if you don't mind, give them a little, introduce yourself, let them know who you are and what your platform you represent, so that we can support you as well. What do you consider to be protection, especially black men, in your opinion? My thing is, and I'm just saying me. I'm not saying black men in general, because we're not all built the same, you know. And I'm not saying this is what every man should do, because there's times where I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have did that, you know, because I'm a big anti-bully. And so there's times where I see people getting bullied. She might be a piece of crap, but if I see her getting bullied, I'm going to protect her. You know, maybe later on, you know, I may not. And it also depends on the mood. Sometimes I might like, hey, you bought that, you going to catch that one. I'm not taking no lumps for you. But that's me. You know, I don't like to be present in some foolishness like that's going on either side. Woman abusing a man or a man abusing a woman. You know. Tony the Storm Barbados, what's going on, sir? He said no appreciation whatsoever. You must have caught the tail end of what I was talking about. Heck no. Well, let me back up before I say heck no. You said, what about Megan Thee Stallion? Elaborate on that question. What do you mean, what about a Megan Thee Stallion? It honestly depends on the man. In my experience, what I expect for men is to do what is best and vice versa. Stick to the plan and stand by your beliefs, and how to take care of a situation. Yes, things happen, but can we be mature and understanding enough to get what's needed done? Okay. Hey, that's the quality of the woman, and sometimes the man, what the man wants. My situation is different. My man is taking care of someone else's kid. What matters to him on Father's Day is that the kid is with him. If I could afford Hawaii, we would be out there. Okay. Because, yeah, you know, I could tell you a story about Hawaii. You know, check the videos on the Freddie Chico page. You know, do you see yourself protecting in the situation she had with Tory Lanez? It depends. You know, because to me, what I'm hearing don't make sense. There's a lot of holes in that story. You know, but I don't know. I wasn't there. So it would depend if it's a situation where she is truly being bullied or being abused. Heck yeah, you know, Tory Lanez would be unconscious. But I don't believe she got shot, and I don't believe, you know, it's this. She's so docile and timid, and this little 90-pound dude was abusing her. I mean, she was twice his size. Yeah. And we're not talking about some librarian here. We're talking about somebody that walks around puffing her chest up, talking about she the baddest thing ever. I don't think that's a good example. Yeah, I see your movie or the little clips of your movies doing your thing. You know, I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, you hope some people replay me too. I hope they do so. Like I said, if they can submit the top questions that they have, I have no problem answering them. Okay, she is at. You see here, Unpack Bags on IG and Facebook. Her platform discuss unpacking relationship baggage. Now, I have not seen the video of what the baby said. Now, I've been told he said something about the LGBT community and having AIDS and performing LGBT sexual acts that he was basically being critical of. I don't know if it's something to defend or protect, but my thing is I'm not a fan of the baby in the first place. I think his music is garbage. I think 99% of today's music is garbage as far as and say the same thing over and over again, and I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store. I want to go to the store. I'm going to go to the store. I'm heading in the store. I got some money in the store. If you say store one more time, say store one more time. For sure. You know, I've been back for a minute now, but you've been busy. So I appreciate you, man. You know, Wednesdays is relationship topics. You know, that's why I hope me and Unpack Bags is going to collab soon. And then Friday is whatever's trending. This Friday, it may be on law enforcement motorcycle clubs. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I'm still waiting on a couple of people to respond to some of my messages to see if they will step up. If not, you know, the show will go on with or without them. Should protection be for people you like? Yes. But, question for you. Should all men be obligated to protect someone? It will be difficult. Have I not done it? Have I done it in the past? Yes. But it would be difficult to protect someone I don't like. Like I said, some of you stank women, y'all need to go somewhere with that. Like y'all seen the video where I did, where the lady was telling me I needed to open up the door for her. No, and the way she said it made it even worse. She was like, I'm gonna let you open this door. You gonna let me? She thought she was gonna get through that door till she saw that shoulder. It's like, this is solid. You're not getting through that. Back on up. Now you can catch the door like you wanted me to catch this door. So catch the door on your way in, but I'm going in first. Not letting you in before me. I am not a doorman. But my question to you and people, women on replay, and men too, if men are obligated to have this protection and look out for these black women, what are black women obligated to give to any random man, any random black man? If I am supposed to protect random black women, what are random black women supposed to do for me? Not talking about my wife. I'm talking about any random woman. Some protection comes with strings attached. It's like you owe them. You do. Or owe someone in the future, like pay it forward. But at least that. Yeah, because back in the early 90s, late 80s, even myself, hey, don't you put your hands on that woman. I'm gonna defend her. Pull that guy off that girl just to get hit by the girl. Because even though she got a black eye, she's gonna protect him. To allow him to keep beating on her. So I unlearned that real quick. He said, I do anything for your man. I look out for a man when they allow. Most of these men date ratchets who get mad. No, I'm not talking about your man. I'm talking about any man. If I'm supposed to randomly protect random black women, what are you supposed to do for random men? Just random men. I got some suggestions, but y'all not going to like it. Which is why we should not be protecting random women. Because it's not even. When people talk about something, open the door. Open your own door. Unless you ain't got arms, you need to open your own door. Period. Especially if you're going into a gym. Because you about to work those arms. Start at the door. You know what I'm saying? He said, I almost had a drop kick woman who told her man not to hold the door for me to walk in. Why? He don't need to be opening the door for you. That's not your dude. And even if it is your dude, open your own door. Carry your own stuff. Pay for your own stuff. That's what I'm talking about. We're going to be good. We're going to be cool. I appreciate Amanda over here. She talking about some, let's hear these suggestions, rub their hands together. Oh, I got some suggestions. I promise you. I don't sell wolf tickets. My suggestions. If black man, hey, what's going on? Chaser in the building. What's going on? I ain't talked to you in a minute. Topic tonight is the plight of the black woman and the fatherless child. Do me a favor, hit that like and share. Invite some people in there. I would say invite some kings, but yeah, I know better. Yeah, well, keep it up. You say you've been opening doors? Keep it up. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Teach some others to do the same. But to answer, to oblige Amanda, if I, as a black man, am supposed to open up the doors, carry women's random stuff, pull the seat up for them, I should be able to walk up to any random woman and be like, look, I need you to hook me up with a plate of food, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, bacon, eggs, steak and eggs, a burger, fries, something like that, just randomly. You're like, hey, I need you to do that, and hey, come here, I got a bag of laundry here. Got some jeans in there. I need you to wash these permanent press. I need them on permanent press cold. I don't want them to fade. So I want permanent press and light starch in the jeans. You know what I'm saying? Iron them. Make sure you get the creases. You know what I'm saying? Those would be some things to do. You know what I'm saying? And they need to be obligated. Just like I'm obligated to do all these things, they need to be obligated. Yes, sir, and move out. Not begrudgingly, cheerfully, bring me my bacon, egg, and cheese. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need to do. Because we keep forgetting chivalry was never created for the woman to feel good. It was a derogatory thing. But over the years, the definition has changed, and they try to make it uplifting. It was never intended to be uplifting. All this, oh, I'm a gentleman. No, it's bullcrap. It was never to be pleasant for women. They were not supposed to. It's even in the Bible. People have misused it, but it's in the Bible. You know, there's scripture in 2 Timothy that talks about a woman should not be heard in public. If she wants to say something, she needs to wait to get home, tell her husband, and have her husband tell it. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be seen and not heard. Just saying. You know, but people want to believe because they want the best of both worlds. They want somebody to take care of them, but they want to be respected as somebody that's taking care of themselves, and that's not accurate. You said you bought a random guy a meal before. I do it random and stay anonymous. Okay, but it won't be at the same frequency as somebody that expected to open the door. I mean, I do applaud you. I'm not gonna deny that. I do applaud you. I'm not sure what prompted you to want to do that, but buying a random guy meal, that's cool. Kudos to that. Matter of fact, and you won't hear it because you're on Instagram, but I'm gonna give you a Freddie Chico applause. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you. He says, so what happens when the woman is rejected? Rejected what? For giving a meal or what have you? It would be no different than a guy not wanting to open the door for you. Move on. You know, maybe you eat the sandwich or something. Chase, are you still there? You still stuck? He said, I think there's a difference between chore tasks, and common courtesies. Okay, elaborate. Because like I said, unless y'all can come up with something, I don't like the uneven crap. I'm not obligated to you and you're not obligated to me. Like, nah, that don't make sense. He's here. Okay, he was typing. The plight of the black woman is the same as us as black people. Brothers, we cannot lose the basic respect that is a must between us as men to our women. Women need to get back to appreciating black men just as black men need to get back to handling this business. Okay, I got you. I agree. There's room for improvement on both sides. I look at people, if they look like they're having a bad day, I'll do it. Okay, so you kind of use some discernment and say, hey, want to be a blessing to somebody. No argument here on that. That's awesome. Right, but not too many people believe that. They really think, like I said, right there at Planet Fitness, twice this has happened. No more than that, actually. But twice where, I had to, almost kind of confront somebody for being crazy. But they will slow up because they're expecting me to open up the door for them. I had one older lady, just huff and puff. And I'm like, you need to calm down with all that oxygen you breathing back there, and looked her dead in the face like, I'm not your doorman. Open your own door. Nothing wrong with your arms. You in a wheelchair? Nothing wrong with your arms, Because then you have some dudes who will be on crutches, hands full of stuff, still carrying stuff, still opening the door for their wife with nothing in their hands. Super clown. You're not like Walter giving $5 out a day. Uh-oh, shots fired, shot fired. But I appreciate you said, you agree with the statement not being obligated. It's really crazy how they expect men to jump through all these hoops for any random woman. For what? For what purpose? I know you wouldn't. Agree with it, but that's cool. We can agree to disagree. I'm not no valet. I'm not no doorman. I'm not no sky cap. You're an adult. You know what I'm saying? You can carry it all day long. I'm not carrying nobody else's stuff. If you want to carry that, if you want to bring that stuff, carry your own stuff. Absolutely. He said, I will say that doing well by each other is a great thing. Right. Don't do well by the guy once in a blue moon, but he doing well by you every other day. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy. Go 100 for each other. Period. And I walk it like I talk it, like that crappy song. But anyway, you said, how would you feel if I did that to your moms? I would feel nothing. My mom can open the door just as good as my dad could open the door. You know what I'm saying? I would feel absolutely nothing about that. I'm not going to be for, somebody saying something out the side of the neck about my mom, but my mom is no different than my dad. Open the door and go in. You know what I mean? That's that dysfunctional Derek Jackson, kissing women's behind, for what? Yeah, that don't make sense to me. He said, oh, Lord. I should repeat what he just said to you. Talking about he give out a lot of things. No, well, it depends. Because you added that last part. Because I used to do this. I used to ride MARTA. And, being a disabled vet, I sit in the handicapped seats. And you'll see women get on there after me, looking at me all stank. Like, you got here too late. If you'd have got here before me, you'd have got a seat. I ain't giving a seat up. So, but a pregnant woman, maybe if she's like 7-8 months pregnant, but if she's like 2-3 months pregnant, nah, she's standing up. She is standing up. Your baby daddy should have got you a car. No, I'm not. I'm not advocating that. You should have got your own self a car. You know what I'm saying? As far as the train, but yeah, nah. My feet hurt too. You know what I'm saying? And you dang sure didn't pay the dues I paid. So, yeah, nah, not doing it. I said you do have a choice, and ladies, you can deal with the non-obligation or not. Fellas, same for you. I like my door being opened. I also paid for a meal as well. Yeah, I can't do to me, that's simping. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. There's guys that I know, personally, we still cool and all that good stuff, but they'll be the type that they'll be in the car on the driver's side. The girl is on the passenger side. They park. The guy will jump out the car, run around the car, and open up the door because she is too freaking lazy to open up the door and get out the car. That's ridiculous. But, to each his own. Y'all do that crap. Yeah, nah. You're just going to sit in the car. I'll meet you when you're ready to get out. He said, that is the problem. We have lost sight of the village. It takes a village to raise a child. No more village, therefore, our kids come up losing the simple respects given. Based on what, though? You know what I mean? You talking about talking out the side of the neck? Raising a village does not mean catering and kissing women's behinds. So I do agree there is a lot of gap when it comes to communication with people I see out there in the street. Not here, not at this house. If anything, my kids know I communicate too much. They'll know. The one thing they can't say is no one ever told them. That's for real. Hold on. I can't see what that says. So why are younger men called disrespectful when they do that? They do. Wait a minute. So why are younger men called disrespectful when they do what you just said? What did I just say that I think is disrespectful? And y'all don't protect them when all hell breaks loose when they're not doing it. Okay, I missed something in that. Elaborate on that one, Amshay. You said, based on respect, period. I refuse to allow my son to think like this. I teach him. You refuse to allow your son to think like what? Not opening doors. When did I say some other kid is disrespectful if he doesn't open a door for my mom or a woman? That never came out of my mouth. Making your mother or other older people open doors. They need to open their own door. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a doorman. And again, you know, to me, it's like I will never be a proponent for uneven love. It's not, oh, well, you could do this for me because it's a nice thing to do. But I don't have to do that for you because somehow that's not on your mind. Like, that don't make sense at all. You said you're missing the point. I'm saying, why are younger males considered disrespectful when they don't open the doors? They're not considered disrespectful when they don't open the doors. You didn't hear me say that unless I was repeating what he said. But nah, I don't think that's disrespectful if they don't open the doors for any person. Open your own door. Really? Oh, shoot, it is 9 o'clock. Okay. Yes. I have to wrap it up. I got some stuff coming on. We're going to have to do a part 2 to this. Hopefully, Chaser, you'll be here so we can elaborate what you're talking about there. He said, I teach my son to open doors and treat a girl like you would your mother or grandmother. Give up your seat. Okay. Hey, that's yours. Much respect that you do that for yours. I don't for mine. And, yeah. Nah. But we're going to discuss that in the future when we do a part 2 on that. If my son didn't open the door for an old lady, you'd get him. Boo. Put a pin in that, and we will talk about it next time. I appreciate everybody that came through. Chaser, Amanda Unpacked, Walter, Amshay. Let's see if I forget anybody. Tony Barbados, the Storm was in the building. Remember what I say, you don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. I am Freddie Chico. I will see y'all guys Friday with a hot topic, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. Chico out.